Next piece is Woot to the Nice.
Yeah. Interesting story. All of you may have heard this week that Amazon.com actually bought out Woot.com. For those of you that are unfamiliar with Woot.com, it was actually...
What? There's people out there that don't know about Woot.com?
I know.
Where have you been, people? Crawl out from that rock.
Woot.com actually is a website that actually had a daily special. Every night at midnight, there would be a new special out, and they would basically sell the item until it was basically out of stock. The product could range anywhere from TVs to handheld gadgets to all kinds of geek gadgetry. So, I mean, it was really cool stuff. A lot of people really liked that website. What was really interesting that Amazon bought it, but they're allowing Amazon to maintain its own staff, its own CEO, very much like Zappos. Because of this huge buyout, the AP Wire actually wrote a story on the buyout, but they took all the copy from Woot's website and in a kind of tongue-in-cheek play with the AP, they are charging them $17.50 from utilizing the copy from their website on the AP, basically saying we're using the same rules and regulations that you provide people who are going to use your copy, and because you took ours, based on those rules that you set up for your clients, we are now going to charge you $17.50, or show us proof of a receipt of the item that we have currently on sale right now, and we'll just call it a wash.
If you have never taken a look at Woot, their copy is brilliant.
Very snarky.
Oh my gosh, it cracks you up, it's snarky, it's funny, it's a little spiteful sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
But it always makes you come back for more. So this is just like them, and I think if AP doesn't have a sense of humor about it, if they were smart, they would pay that $17.50 and make a big deal out of it, and in a good way, so they could get a lot of positive press. As it is right now, Woot is kind of taking a jab at them at their expense.
And actually, based on an article I read just before we started recording the show, AP is not happy and does not find their little snarky comments very funny. I don't know if it's going to get into any legal issues, but they basically said they have the right to take the copy. So it will be interesting to see how much further this develops as Woot goes on and continues to jab the AP.
Well, I think this is just another example of traditional media that doesn't get it. I mean, come on guys, lighten up. You know, if this is a modern world, it's okay. You know, it's okay to smile. It's okay to crack jokes.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting if the AP can come up with $17.50 to pay off Woot.
Well, one of the last things I wanted to talk about was something that kind of is a little bit of a childhood thing. You know, there was this thing once upon a time called Silly Putty. And so back when I was a kid, that was like the cool thing. Oh yeah, everybody played with Silly Putty. It was so much fun. You could do all kinds of stuff with it. I'm not a kid anymore. Still think it's kind of cool. But I think Silly Putty has revamped themselves a little bit for the modern day, and they've come out with magnetic Silly Putty. Okay,
so the concept of the magnetic silly putty is, you know, everybody remembers the silly putty. You'd find a little egg-shaped container, and you could put it on paper, and it would pick up the imprint, and you could, you know, shape it. Basically like Play-Doh, but it was...
but more fun.
Yeah, it was more fun and very, you know, kind of sticky substance. But the magnetic Play-Doh actually moves with a life of its own based upon the type of magnet you kind of put near it. So imagine if you have a blob and you put a magnet nearby, it will actually pull itself towards the magnet. I remember when Jennifer first showed me the product, I kind of got freaked out because it reminded me of the blob from the Spider-Man Venom. It actually moves by itself, and it actually does stretch itself to pull towards the magnetic force. I was actually laughing with Jennifer and was like, man, I feel really bad for the person who has the metal plate in their head and the putty next to their bed. You may not wake up in the morning because you got a black substance.
Death by magnetic silly putty. You know? It's coming.
But that's really interesting. You know, who would have thought to put magnetics in silly putty? I thought silly putty was fun enough already.
Well, you know, they're saying, you know, defies gravity. Putty pulls itself towards magnet. You know, this is the copy. It's the blob, you know, envelops the magnet. So, you know, okay, here's the thing. Think about if you were going to commit a murder.
Magnetic
silly putty. It's an accident. Who knew he had a plate in his head? I don't know.
What's going on in her head, folks?
Now, I'm not advocating murder by magnetic silly putty. I'm just saying.
That's going to be a future CSI episode, I can already tell. Anyway, folks, we want to thank you so much for joining us. You know, we're wrapping up another show, and if you haven't had a chance to check us out, you know, Tekken20.com is where you can find us. You can find us everywhere on the web as Tekken20 because we love to connect with you, whether it's on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, our website. Leave comments, leave concerns, leave, you know, ideas. You know, let us know what you're thinking because we love to talk to you.
Well, and you know what? If you want to even go one better, you should come here to C4 Workspace and hang out with us because that's absolutely where we're doing our filming. This is a co-working space. We come here several times a week. It's a great place to do business, great place to hang out, and a great place to be seen.
Definitely. Now you may be thinking, okay, what's co-working? Well, you know, co-working basically is the ability for you to work outside the four walls. You may be a solopreneur, entrepreneur. You may just be looking for a way to work out of your home, but you don't want to work alone. Check out co-working. Do a Google search on that. Lots of great opportunities to work with other people, collaborate, and still get work done. Now, you may not be in San Antonio where we're filming right now, but that's okay because C4 Workspace, along with co-working locations around the world, actually have a co-working visa. So chances are where you live, there may be a co-working facility that you can join, and as part of your membership, you can actually travel anywhere around the world as long as they have a co-working space that participates in the co-working visa. They will give you up to 3 days of co-working pleasure just simply by being in their area.
Okay, co-working pleasure. We'll go with that. Well, the cool thing about that is that you're not limited. You know, obviously you're going to have to pay for your own airfare, but I like the idea of a visa. I kind of even wish it was like a passport, because then we could get stamps everywhere we go.
That could almost be a game.
It could be a check-in game.
Yeah, a check-in game.
Can I get a badge for that?
Exactly. So definitely check out co-working. You know, if you are in the San Antonio area, maybe you're in Austin or Houston, you're close enough, come check out C4. You know, I'm sure they'd love to have you. And, you know, look us up. We film every week. Maybe you'll stop by and we'll be here. Absolutely.
And the other thing, one of our other sponsors is Sweb Apps. You know, we actually had a little mini meeting today, and the reason you keep saying, yeah, Luz and Jennifer, you keep talking about that app. There is a reason that we're holding back, folks. Sweb Apps is getting ready to launch their new platform in August.
Yes.
And we want to be a part of that new platform. So we pushed back our launch just because they showed us some very, very shiny things that was like a squee moment for me.
Yeah, definitely. Swebapps.com is raising the bar on the way you interact with your mobile apps. And because we wanted to be a part of that functionality, we're holding back a little bit, kind of tweaking a little bit of what we've already done to make it more interactive for you, because the type of content that we're about to put out in the coming year, you're really going to want to interact with.
It's really exciting. I mean, we were watching the demo of it, and we were like, oh yeah, no, we'll wait for August to launch our app.
Definitely, and we also want to give out a huge thanks to our other sponsor, 210 TV. 210 TV is San Antonio's first, and I would say premier, digital content station here in San Antonio. You can check out 210tv.com. There's a lot of really great content on there that's happening here in the 210 area. Check it out. We thank them so much for providing all of the camera services and everything. It's just amazing.
And the cool thing is that they're everywhere. I mean, we talked to Rafael Nieves, who is at 210TV on Twitter, and we're like, well, where are you? And he's like everywhere. I mean, he's never in one spot. You know, he's a thin guy. I think that's the secret.
That's a secret. That's a secret. Well, you know, that channel actually covers fashion, music, entertainment, technology. I mean, you name it, he's covering it. So definitely check out 210tv.com. Much thanks. We love you.
Wait, we're supposed to do like, is that the gang sign time? Hold on, here's my gang sign right here. Well, hey everybody, thanks a lot for joining us for another show. We really appreciate you tuning in. Love to hear from you. Send us everything at GetSocial@Tekken20. We're on Twitter, Facebook, the web. We're everywhere that you want to be.
That's right. So for another episode, this has been Louis Sandoval.
This has been Jennifer Navarrete reminding you to get social.